goodness. Okay, Google, stop. Alrighty. Hi, how is everyone? I hope you are all doing okay and are safe inside your homes, quarantining and social distancing, or as I like to call it, physical distancing, because you can still socialize online, but you just need to not be near people right now. So yeah, I hope. Let me know how you're doing. Comment underneath this post, and tell me how you're doing. Let's catch up, and hopefully once this is all over, we can all get together. So let's get started. So this is called Efrain Unfiltered, and last week I said there are three things that I miss most, and I believe they were day drinking, going out to brunch, and I said I couldn't say the third thing because it may not be appropriate. Well, I can't call it Efrain Unfiltered if I'm not unfiltered. So, the third thing I miss the most is sex. Oh my god, like, I miss that. None of my guys can get over here, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. I will live. And speaking of first world problems, please feel free to comment what your first world problem is that you have been experiencing while in quarantine. For me, one recent one that happened was yesterday. So I've been pretty good about staying home as much as possible. I've been tempted to drive home and see my family because I know they want to see me, but I don't want to risk it. And I would feel horrible if someone contracted, or if I would feel horrible if just if because of me someone was affected, an elderly, my grandma or somebody in my family. So I have been here in Indianapolis, and so yesterday, anyways, I got hungry, and I've been pretty good about cooking at home. I have not really ordered out except for pizza recently. But other than that, I've just I was hungry, and I was like, okay, let's see if there's a way I can support a local business here in Indy and just order from them. So I get in my car in my Kylie Jenner. I call her Kylie Jenner because she's had a lot of work done. And so I get in my car and I start driving, and I go to a place nearby called King Gyros. And I looked online at their menu, and I'm like, okay, by the way, I gave up red meat for Lent, and the only red meat I allowed myself to eat was the stuff that I already had in the fridge that I just needed to get rid of. But other than that, that was what I gave up. And so since Easter's over, Easter has passed. By the way, happy Easter to everyone. Since Easter passed, I decided, okay, I have been craving a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And so I get to the drive-thru, and they're like, oh, okay, welcome. What would you like to order? And I said, yes, can I please get your Philly cheesesteak sandwich combo? Oh, sorry, we're out of cheesesteak. Seriously, what? I'm like, oh, okay. And, I tried looking at the menu and seeing if there was anything else that was good. And I'm just like, gosh, I'm really not feeling anything else that they have, at least not right now. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm good, thank you. And so I drive off. And so I'm like, okay, what else can I go to? Oh, I have this coupon from Popeyes for this chicken dinner. And so I'm like, okay, go to Popeyes. And I'm trying to tell them through the drive-thru. I'm like, I have this coupon that you get in the mail. I don't know if you guys get them too, but you get coupons in the mail. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to use it. It's a two-piece, mixed legs and two-piece mix and a side and a biscuit. And so I'm explaining that to him through the drive-thru, and he's like, oh, I don't know if we have that. I'm like, what do you mean? I have a coupon from Popeyes that says I can use this at any location. And they're like, and what do you call it? They're like, oh wait, can you pull up to the window? And so I pull up and I showed them the coupon, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we're not corporate. We just got bought off by a franchise, and so we don't accept this coupon. I'm like, so your Popeyes location does not accept the coupon from Popeyes. And so I was just like, okay. I'm like, what else? And also, I would have ordered something except for the fact that they kind of had a shitty attitude. So I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna find some place else to get food. And I'm like, okay, I really want some chicken. I really want some chicken. So I'm thinking, okay, let's try B-dubs. B-dubs, 10 traditional wings and fries with taxes included is over $14, and I'm like, I cannot justify that. I can afford it, but I'm a frugal person, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just learn how to make it at home. And so I finally settle. I go back home, and there's a Burger King like literally down the street. I go back home, and I go through a drive-through, and I'm like, yeah, just give me a fucking Whopper. And I get my Whopper, and I asked for a sweet tea drink. As I'm driving away, I take a sip of my drink. It's Coca-Cola. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? And so, yeah, I was just very, very fucking annoyed by the fact that I had to go to like 3 different places, and all of them either didn't have what I wanted, or they had shitty customer service, or they just got my order wrong. And it is like, it's like minor little stressors, but seriously, it's like, get your shit together. Anyways, and rent. Yeah, but first world problems. If you follow me on Instagram, you can feel free to answer the question that I posted on there, and I will share it next week about your first world problems. Now, moving on. So, to all my former campus ambassadors who have worked in the Office of Admissions within the Office of Campus Visits and Events, in case you may not have heard through the grapevine from current ambassadors who are there, it is the end of an era because our fierce leader, Richard Holdaway, is no longer working at the Office of Campus Visits and Events after 12 years. He is no longer working, and so I would encourage you all, if you still have his email, which I'm sure you do, to reach out, give him some well wishes. But he is no longer with the Office of Campus Visits and Events. So feel free to reach out to him if you need his email. I can give it to you. I'm sure he would love to hear from some of his former ambassadors and some of his former colleagues. But moving on. So I don't know if you've seen the previews, but there's like this like new spinoff, I guess you could call it, show called The Bachelor. Listen to Your Heart. And I'm like watching this very poorly. Oh no, okay, not that. That's not the right word. I'm just watching this preview, and I'm literally thinking, like, who the hell asked for this? Like, I get The Bachelor and The Bachelorette have a big following, but it's like, it's so cheap. It's just such a cheesy, like, concept. Listen to your heart. And also, like, I don't know, this is just me, but I feel like if you were more focused on your music versus being on a dating reality show, maybe you would have broken into the music industry if you weren't focused on being a reality show contestant and more focused on the music. I don't know how going on a dating reality show with music artists helps, I don't know, fulfill or improve your music career. As your agent, I would tell you, no, don't do it, because then you'll be typecast as a reality show contestant. But that's just me, Alrighty, well, I am gonna get going, but I will see you all, reach out to you all in some form, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or I'll text you, or Snapchat. Depends what, or if you have any funny TikTok videos, please feel free to send them. I am in love with TikTok, and if you haven't made an account during this quarantine, make a TikTok account. You'll thank yourself later. I gotta go because I have to go record a video for my OnlyFans account because you gotta pay the bills. So, I'll catch you all later. Okay, Google Play. All right.